$100 Million Money Models by Alex Hormozi Audiobook Summary. Introduction. Welcome to this audiobook summary of $100 Million Money Models by Alex Hormozi. Alex's story starts at rock bottom, literally. He slept on the floor of his first gym, broke, exhausted, and close to giving up. But instead of quitting, he discovered a powerful truth: success in business doesn't come from working harder, it comes from working smarter. And that means building the right money models. A money model is simply the structure behind your offers, the way you design, package, and present what you sell. Done right, it makes customers want to buy more, come back often, and stay with you longer. Alex went from struggling gym owner to building companies that generated over $100 million in revenue, all by mastering these frameworks. And that's exactly what you'll learn here. In the next 30 minutes, you'll discover the same models that can multiply revenue, attract customers, and scale any business. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and with your support, we'll get there. By subscribing, you'll also join our community and get access to more audiobook summaries like this one. Now, let's get started with $100 Million Money Models. Section 1. What's a money model? So, what exactly is a money model? Think of it this way: most businesses focus only on the product. A gym sells memberships. A restaurant sells food. A software company sells subscriptions. But the real difference between an average business and a $100 million business isn't the product, it's the model behind the product. A money model is the way you structure your offers so customers naturally want to buy more, stay longer, and spend more over time. It's not just what you sell, but how you sell it. Alex Hormozi breaks this down into 4 main types of offers that, when combined, create unstoppable momentum in any business. The first type is the attraction offer. This is designed to pull people in. It lowers the barrier to entry, makes it easy to say yes, and gets customers through the door. Think giveaways, trials, or discounts that make your product irresistible at first glance. The second is the upsell offer. Once someone has already said yes, this is where you increase their average order value. You show them a higher level of service, an upgrade, or an add-on that enhances the experience, and boosts your profit instantly. The third is the downsell offer. Not every customer will jump straight into your main offer. A downsell keeps people who hesitate. Maybe it's a smaller package, a payment plan, or a limited version of the product. The key is to avoid losing the sale entirely. And finally, the continuity offer. This is what creates wealth. It's about turning one-time purchases into predictable, recurring revenue. Subscriptions, memberships, monthly add-ons. Continuity is what compounds over time and gives you stability in your business. Now, here's the story hook. When Alex was running his gyms, he thought the game was just about selling memberships. But his mentor reframed his entire perspective. It wasn't just about signing up members, it was about building a system of offers. Free trials to attract, higher-level packages to upsell, smaller options to downsell, and ongoing supplements for continuity. That shift, seeing business through the lens of money models, was the turning point. It was the difference between barely scraping by and building scalable wealth. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into the first of these 4, attraction offers, and how to use them to flood your business with new customers. Section 2, attraction offers. The first type of money model is the attraction offer. The purpose here is simple: lower the barrier to entry, grab attention, and flood your pipeline with leads. If your business isn't getting new customers through the door, nothing else matters. That's why attraction offers are the fuel that gets everything else moving. So how do they work? Let's look at a few powerful examples. One of Alex Hormozi's favorites is the Win Your Money Back challenge. Instead of just selling a program, you flip the risk on its head. You tell the customer, if you follow the plan and hit the goal, you get your money back. Suddenly, it's not just a purchase, it's a bet on themselves. That kind of offer doesn't just attract customers, it excites them. Another example is giveaways and decoy offers. Sometimes the best way to get attention is by offering something for free, or by presenting a decoy option that makes your real offer look irresistible. Humans are wired to compare, and if one option clearly stands out as the best value, they're far more likely to buy. Then there's the classic buy one get one, or the free trial. These strategies are everywhere for a reason. They work. They give people a taste of your product, lower the risk, and let them experience the value before fully committing. Another strategy is pay less now, pay more later deals. For example, you let someone start at a lower price with the agreement that they'll pay more once they've seen the results. This keeps the door open for people who might otherwise walk away, and it turns hesitation into action. And finally, there are goodwill or free offers. These aren't about profit upfront, they're about building trust. Sometimes the best attraction offer is simply giving away real value, whether it's a free session, a guide, or a helpful resource, because when people see that you can help them for free, they'll believe you can help them even more when they pay. Now, here's the key lesson. The goal of an attraction offer isn't to make you rich on day one. The goal is to create conversations, build demand, and get customers in the door. It's about momentum. Because once they've entered your world, then you can show them the upsells, downsells, and continuity offers that actually drive the profit. Think of attraction offers like bait. You don't expect the fish to pay you for the worm, you use the worm to catch the fish. And once the fish is on the hook, the real process begins. So, attraction offers are about attention, trust, and flow. They're the spark that lights the fire. Next, we'll move into the second type of money model, upsell offers, and how a simple yes can turn into double, or even triple the revenue, if you structure it the right way. Section 3: Upsell offers. Now that you've got customers in the door with attraction offers, the next step is where real profit begins: the upsell. The purpose of an upsell is simple. Once someone has already said yes to your main offer, you give them the opportunity to get more value, and you charge accordingly. Think about it. If a customer has already decided to trust you with their money, that's the single most powerful moment to deepen the relationship. Their credit card is out, they've made the decision, and their mind is in buying mode. If you stop there, you're leaving opportunity and impact on the table. Let's look at a few common forms of upsells. The most famous is the classic upsell. You've heard it 1,000 times. Would you like fries with that? McDonald's made billions with this one simple line. It's an additional offer made immediately after the first purchase, a no-brainer add-on that increases the value of the sale. Next is the menu upsell. Instead of just one offer, you present tiered packages: good, better, best. Customers naturally compare, and many will choose the middle or higher tier when they see the extra value. By giving them options, you guide them towards spending more without pressure. It feels like their choice. Then there's the anchor upsell. This is where you use contrast to make your premium option look irresistible. For example, you put a very high-priced package next to a more reasonably priced but still profitable option. Suddenly, the middle package feels like a great deal compared to the anchor, even though it's more than the customer originally intended to spend. And finally, the rollover upsell. This works especially well with services or memberships. Instead of letting a customer walk away at the end of a contract, you offer them the chance to extend their commitment at a better price. It keeps revenue flowing, and it rewards loyalty. Now, here's the story tie-in. When Alex was struggling with his gyms, his mentor gave him a simple but powerful example. He told Alex to think about a storage unit business. The base product is renting the storage space. But where does the real profit come from? Not the unit, it's the add-ons. Locks, moving boxes, dallies, even insurance. Each one costs little to provide, but together they multiply revenue many times over. That's the power of the upsell. It's not about squeezing money out of people. It's about recognizing that once someone is committed, they usually want more support, more convenience, or a bigger transformation. And when you offer that, everyone wins. The customer gets more value, and you get more revenue. The takeaway is this: never stop at the first yes. That's just the beginning. In the next section, we'll talk about downsell offers, the strategy that lets you save customers who are on the fence and keep revenue flowing even when someone says no. Section 4: Downsell offers. Not every customer will say yes to your main offer. Some will hesitate. Some will back away. Some will say, "I can't afford it right now." But here's the key lesson: a no doesn't have to mean lost revenue. This is where the downsell comes in. The purpose of a downsell is to keep people in your ecosystem, even if they don't buy your primary offer. Instead of letting them walk out the door empty-handed, you present an alternative that's easier to accept. That way, you still serve them, and you still create momentum. Let's look at a few examples. The first is the payment plan downsell. Maybe your product is $1,000 upfront. For some people, that feels too heavy. But if you offer them the option to split it into 3 payments of $400, suddenly the decision becomes much easier. They still pay more overall, but the smaller chunks reduce the friction of buying. Next is the trial with penalty. This is where you let someone start at a discount, but with the agreement that it rolls into the full price if they continue. For example, try it for $50 today. If you love it, it'll automatically renew at the full rate. This approach gives them a low-risk way to start, while still keeping your revenue in place once they see the value. Then there's the feature downsell. This is when you strip away some of the features or benefits of your main offer to create a lower-priced version. For example, maybe your full program includes coaching calls, resources, and community access. The downsell could be just the resources, at a smaller price. They lose some value, but they still stay connected with your business. Here's the mindset shift: a downsell isn't about lowering your worth, it's about meeting customers where they are. Not everyone can say yes today. But if you give them an easier starting point, they stay in your world, and that means they can upgrade later. Alex Hormozi often says, "Never waste a no." If someone doesn't buy your core offer, the conversation doesn't have to end. A downsell creates a bridge. It keeps the door open for the customer, and it keeps cash flow moving for the business. So instead of seeing rejection as the end, see it as an opportunity. With the right downsell in place, every no has the potential to become a yes, just at a different level. In the next section, we'll talk about continuity offers. The secret weapon behind predictable, long-term revenue that compounds month after month. Section 5: Continuity offers. If attraction offers are the spark that brings customers in, and upsells and downsells maximize each transaction, then continuity is the fuel that keeps the fire burning. The purpose of a continuity offer is to build predictable, recurring revenue. Instead of chasing new sales every month, continuity turns one-time customers into long-term streams of income. Think about your favorite subscriptions. Whether it's Netflix, a gym membership, or Amazon Prime, you don't think twice about paying each month, because the value is consistent. That's the beauty of continuity. It compounds over time. Let's look at a few examples. One strategy is offering bonuses for staying subscribed. For instance, every month a member stays, they get extra perks, exclusive content, free upgrades, or loyalty rewards. This keeps them excited and engaged, reducing churn. Another is discounts for long-term commitment. Instead of paying $50 month to month, maybe they can pay $500 for the year up front and save $100. The business gets cash flow today, and the customer feels rewarded for committing. And then there are waived fees in exchange for continuity. For example, you might waive a setup fee, an onboarding cost, or even offer a free month, if they agree to sign up for a recurring plan. It's a small sacrifice in the short term that pays off massively as those monthly payments stack up. Here's why continuity matters: it compounds. A single upsell or downsell might bring in extra cash once. But continuity builds wealth by layering revenue month after month. You're not starting from zero at the beginning of every month, you're stacking income on top of income, creating stability and predictability in your business. Alex Hormozi calls continuity a wealth multiplier. Because once you have it in place, you can forecast your growth, make smarter decisions, and scale with confidence. The takeaway is simple: one-time sales feed you for a day. Continuity feeds you for a lifetime. Next, we'll move into the final section: how to combine all 4 offers into one unified money model that transforms not just your business, but your future. Section 6. Make your money model. We've covered each of the 4 parts of a money model: attraction, upsell, downsell, and continuity. But the real magic happens when you combine them into one unified system. Alex Hormozi calls this his 10 years in 10 minutes lesson, because once you understand how the pieces fit together, you can shortcut a decade of trial and error. Let's look at an example from his own experience. When Alex was running gyms, most owners only knew how to sell a basic membership. That's it. And most of those gyms stayed empty. But when Alex packaged all 4 types of offers into a single model, everything changed. Here's how it worked. First, he used attraction offers, like free trials or 6-week challenges, to get people in the door. Once they said yes, he offered upsells, premium coaching, nutrition programs, or personal training packages. For those who hesitated, there was always a downsell, a smaller membership, or a flexible payment plan to keep them on board. And finally, he layered in continuity offers, like recurring supplement subscriptions or ongoing accountability programs. The result? Gyms that were once struggling to fill classes became packed. Not because they changed the product, but because they changed the model. That's the lesson: don't think in terms of single products. Think in systems. Every business should ask 3 key questions. 1. What else does the customer need before they buy? That's where attraction offers come in. 2. What else do they need during the purchase? That's your upsells and downsells. 3. What else do they need after the purchase? That's your continuity. When you stack these answers together, you're no longer just selling, you're building a machine that consistently attracts, maximizes, and retains customers. And here's the final principle to remember: money is made in the model, not the product. 2 businesses can sell the exact same thing, but the one with a better model will win every single time. So don't just ask, "What do I sell?" Ask, "How do I structure what I sell?" That's the question that can take you from struggling to scaling, from uncertain to unstoppable. Because at the end of the day, the right model doesn't just make you more money. It gives you the freedom and security to build the life you actually want. Closing. Let's recap what we've learned. Attraction offers bring people in. Upsell offers maximize the value of every yes. Downsell offers recover sales that would otherwise be lost. And continuity offers turn one-time transactions into long-term wealth. Put together, these 4 components form the backbone of Alex Hormozi's $100 million money models. And here's the final thought: wealth isn't built by working harder, it's built by working smarter. It's not about grinding longer hours, it's about designing smarter systems. And money models are the systems that change everything. You now have the exact blueprint Alex used to build $100 million in businesses. The next step is execution, taking what you've learned and applying it to your own business, your own offers, and your own future. If you found value in this audiobook summary, make sure to share it with a friend who could use it, and subscribe for more. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and with your support, we can get there. This is just the beginning. The frameworks are in your hands, now it's up to you to put them to work.